Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today is an absolutely wild day to be a fan of the show, and we are so glad you are here to unpack this absolute madness with us. Grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's get right into it. I cannot believe they went there. I am literally typing this at 2 a.m. because my brain is spinning out of control, and I have to get these thoughts out before I explode. I am pacing my living room. Lulu Spencer is pregnant by Cassius. I need a minute to process this, because I am oscillating between screaming at my television and crying my eyes out for Lulu. I mean, we all knew this storyline with fake Nathan was going to blow up eventually, but a pregnancy, a literal Faison baby growing inside of Luke and Laura's daughter, this is the most twisted, dark, and brilliant soap drama we have had in years, and I am losing my absolute mind over it. Let's break down that opening scene because I am still physically sick over it. Lulu is glowing. She is so incredibly happy, practically vibrating with joy as she tells Nathan that she is pregnant. And my stomach is just churning into a million knots watching her because she thinks she is finally getting her happily ever after. She woke up from that terrible coma. She missed so much time with Rocco. She has been through hell and back with Dante. And now she thinks she is building this beautiful blended family. She looks at this man and sees a hero, but she is looking into the eyes of a monster. And his reaction, oh my god, the chilling, dead behind the eyes look Cassius gave her before plastering on that fake Nathan West smile. It was sickening because we know exactly what he's really thinking. He doesn't love her. He doesn't want a warm, loving family. He sees this innocent unborn child as a pawn, a literal chess piece to control Lulu Spencer for the rest of her life. He thinks that by tying himself to her with a child, he will have total power over her and the entire Spencer family. It is peak Cesar Faison behavior, and it is terrifying. Which brings me to Britt Westbourne. I'm sorry, but what is Britt doing? I love the Brit, I really do. I have defended her through so much over the years. I rooted for her redemption arc. I cried when she got her Huntington's diagnosis. And I have been stressing out over her being blackmailed by Jen Sidwell and Ross Cullum. But watching her stand by while her evil twin brother manipulates Lulu into bringing a child into this world is making me lose my mind. She is the only one who knows the complete truth right now. She sees Lulu dreaming of a warm, loving home, and Britt is just drowning in this massive ocean of guilt. But then we get that incredible scene in Britt's office at General Hospital. Britt actually confronts Cassius. She finally snaps. She warns him. She literally gets right in his face and tells him, you do realize that having a baby is going to expose the Faison genetic markers, right? And Cassius just smirks. That smirk, he doesn't care. He literally views this baby as his ultimate trump card. He thinks he is invincible. He thinks if Lulu has his child, she will never be able to get rid of him. He is so arrogant, just like their father. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about the Faison of it all for a second. Because I feel like some of the newer viewers don't truly understand the absolute terror that Cesar Faison inflicted on Port Charles. Remember when Faison terrorized Anna Devane for decades? Remember when he literally shot and killed his own son, the real Nathan West? And now we have Cassius walking around wearing Nathan's stolen face, acting like the perfect boyfriend, while secretly plotting to anchor himself to the Spencer family forever. It is a desecration of Nathan's memory. I mean, Maxie Jones has to be sick to her stomach when this all comes out. Luke Spencer's probably rolling in his grave right now, or wherever Luke is hiding these days. Okay, back to the point. The thing that is saving this storyline for me right now is that Lulu is not stupid. She is a Spencer. She is Laura's daughter. And even though she is in this incredibly vulnerable, emotional state with the pregnancy, she is starting to notice things. The coldness, the weird, subtle gestures that are just not Nathan. We saw it a few weeks ago when Jocelyn Jax was asking him about Faison at the gym, right? Cassius slipped up, his mask cracked, and now behind closed doors, Lulu is seeing those same cracks. The way he touches her, the way he looks at her when he thinks she isn't paying attention, it's giving her the creeps, and you can see the absolute terror starting to build in her eyes. She doesn't want to believe it, but her gut is screaming at her that the man in her bed is a stranger. So what does our smart, intuitive girl do? She goes to General Hospital for routine genetic screening, which, by the way, is totally normal for a high-risk pregnancy or just anyone wanting to be safe, especially considering her medical history. but this is GH. Nothing is ever routine at General Hospital. I was holding my breath during the entire hospital sequence. My heart was pounding out of my chest. The lab technician running the DNA profile, the computer screen flashing, the printer spitting out the paper. And then, bam. The results come back. The baby carries a highly specific, extremely rare genetic marker that is exclusive to the Cesar Faison bloodline, not Nathan West's profile. Cesar Faison. My jaw literally unhinged and fell to the floor. I know we all expected a DNA twist, but seeing it right there in black and white was just phenomenal television. Because think about what this means from a medical standpoint. Nathan West's medical records are on file at GH. If this was really Nathan, the DNA would match his established profile. But Cassius, despite being an identical twin, apparently has some specific Faison genetic anomaly that Nathan didn't inherit. Or the system flagged the pure Faison lineage because of Britt Huntington's testing in the database. Either way, it is the smoking gun. It is the absolute undeniable proof that the man sleeping in Lulu's bed, the man who fathered her child, is an imposter. And just when I thought I couldn't handle any more stress, who walks by the nurse's station, Dante Falconeri. Dante, who is already suspicious. Dante, who has been sniffing around Lulu and Nathan for weeks, because his cop instincts are telling him something is wrong. Dante, who just recently grilled Lulu about what she's hiding regarding Rocco. Of course, because HIPAA does not exist in Port Charles and medical files are basically public reading material, Dante casually manages to see the genetic test results. I mean, I have to laugh because it's so ridiculous and so typical for the show, but I am also so here for it. Dante's face when he read that file, you could see the gears turning in his head. You could see the exact moment his world stopped spinning. His ex-wife, the love of his life, the mother of his child, is carrying a baby with Faison DNA. Now Dante is on the case. He is silently, methodically launching an investigation into Cassius. He is not going to just run to Lulu without all the facts because he knows how fragile she is right now. He knows she is pregnant and emotional. But Dante is going to tear Port Charles apart to figure out who this man really is. I am so ready for Detective Falconeri to take this guy down. Dante knows what it's like to be brainwashed and controlled by the WSB. He knows what evil looks like. He is not going to let Cassius get away with this. But we have to talk about the ending, the final scene of the episode. Lulu gets her hands on the proof. She sees the genetic results for herself. The absolute devastation on her face. The way she collapsed against the wall, clutching her stomach. It was Emmy-worthy acting. I was literally sobbing on my couch. You could feel her entire world shattering into a million jagged pieces. The man she thought was her second chance at love is a phantom. He is a monster wearing a dead man's face. Because now she is faced with the most horrific choice imaginable. She's carrying a child she already loves because Lulu has always wanted a big family. But the father is a dangerous, psychopathic imposter who stole the identity of a good man. Does she protect the baby and try to play along until she can escape safely? Or does she blow the whistle right now and risk Cassius doing something completely unhinged? I am so torn on what she should do. Sometimes I contradict myself because I'm so emotional about this. I want her to run to Dante immediately. Tell Dante he has a gun and a badge he can protect her. But wait, if she tells Dante, Cassius might find out and hurt her before Dante can get to him. Cassius is working with Jen Sidwell for crying out loud. These people are lethal. No. She needs to pretend everything is fine. She needs to fake it. But how can she look at him and not vomit? How can she let him touch her knowing he is a Faison? I don't know what I would do in her shoes. It's just too much. And let's not forget how this ties into everything else happening right now. Rocco just confessed to Britt that he was the one who shot Ross Cullum on the pier. So Britt is walking around holding the secret that Rocco is a shooter and the secret that her twin brother is an imposter who impregnated Lulu. Britt's stress levels have to be off the charts. No wonder her Huntington's symptoms are flaring up. She is trapped in a web of lies, and if she makes one wrong move, Cullum will cut off her meds. Or Sidwell will kill her. Or Cassius will destroy Lulu. Am I the only one who thinks Ethan Lovett's return is going to play into this perfectly? Ethan just got back to town. He is Lulu's brother. He is fiercely protective of his family. He is already teaming up with Sonny to take down Sidwell. Once Ethan finds out that Sidwell's associate, Cassius, has infiltrated his sister's life and gotten her pregnant, Ethan is going to go ballistic. We are going to see that lethal Spencer Lovett rage. And I am absolutely living for the potential showdown between Ethan and Cassius. I know some people are hating this storyline because it's so incredibly dark and traumatic for Lulu But honestly, personally, I think it is the best soap drama we have had in years. The stakes are literally life and death. The history is so rich. The acting is phenomenal. We have Britt's suffocating guilt, Dante's secret investigation, Cassius's evil manipulation, and Lulu trapped in the middle of a literal nightmare. I am going to be glued to my screen tomorrow. They better not drag this out for 6 months. I need to see Lulu fight back. I need to see her channel her inner Laura Collins and take this monster down. What do you guys think? Is she going to hide the truth to protect the baby? Or is she going to team up with Dante to destroy Cassius? Let me know, because I am going to be awake all night thinking about this.